Here we are, we're on day 6 now. This week workout's going to be a little bit easier, and it's something that I think is very important. We're going to do some yoga poses, okay? And I know for you fitness freaks out there that really like to lift heavy and everything, there's a lot of benefit to doing yoga and helping prevent injuries, gaining flexibility, balance. So these are 10 of the poses I like that I think that everyone should kind of master. So these are going to be part of every Saturday, Sunday routine. You're going to pick which day you want to do them. But to really work on these specific poses, of course you can do a lot more. I know some of you are pretty good at doing yoga and have been doing it for some time. So for those of you who have never done yoga, these are some things that you should probably start with and master and work at. They look simple when you see someone doing them that's used to doing it. Try them and you're going to find out they're not so simple. Alright, first thing I want to talk about is what's called a mountain pose, and what we talk about as personal trainers is good posture. So this is really what you do to practice the good posture. What you're going to need is a wall. You're going to need a flat wall, and what you do is you're going to stand right next to the wall. Your heels up against a wall, your butt against a wall, your shoulders against a wall, and your head all touching the wall, okay? Now what you do is concentrate on what it feels like to hold your body in that position. All the muscles that are pulled into place in order to hold that position. With your head, your shoulders, your butt, and your heels all touching. After you've gotten that, step away from the wall holding that same posture and hold it where your head and the wall. So those are things you're going to want to practice. And it doesn't come in. Good posture only comes through good execution of posture. So spend about a minute working on just that, focusing on what muscle is, sucking in the gut a little bit, leaning back, getting your shoulders back, and again, use a wall to kind of measure what that is, okay? That's the mountain pose. Next one we're going to do is a warrior pose, the first warrior pose. There's 3 of them, okay? And we can kind of flow through them. So the first one is going to be basically how you can get into position is either you can jump into a stance that feels comfortable, which is a good way because then you get balanced on both feet, or if you don't want to jump, just kind of put feet out a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, out to about hand width. And what you're going to do with the warrior pose, you're going to keep one foot facing crossway, point the other one forward, and what you're going to do is lean forward with this knee. This knee goes right over your heel, and your hands go straight up to the sky. And I want you to look up to the sky, bending down, trying to get the lat parallel. This leg, you want to keep grounded in the back. Keep it straight and look straight up. You're trying to create a straight line from here down through your hips, okay? And just hold for about 30 seconds or until you can't hold it any longer. And then what you're going to do is you're going to switch sides. Rotate the other foot this way and this foot sideways. Again, turning your hips and your chest and shoulders facing this way towards this foot. Arms up overhead. Lean down. Reach for the sky. Extend your arms. No lazy arms. Really reach up and arch your back a little bit. And reach. Okay? That's first warrior pose. You can work on each pose for about a minute. Okay? Second warrior pose. Again, facing back the same direction. A little bit pivot in your foot back here for anchoring. Foot forward, arms out. Lean into it and hold. Keep your eyes in line with your body. You want your arms forward and back, not like this. Really try and open up your chest nice and wide so it's open to the wall, head forward. Hold that one for about 30 seconds. Switch to the other side. Remember, pivot your back foot. Pivot the other one. Lunge into it. Hold it nice and strong. Extending your arms as far as you can. No lazy arms. Keep them extended. Hold the pose. And good. Now warrior 3 pose. This is how you're going to do it. Again, facing this way. Now what you're going to do is you're going to balance on this one. So you're going to lean forward onto one leg, arms extended, and slowly lift, leg out in front. It's going to take some concentration. So I'm going to be quiet and concentrate for a second. As you can see, it requires some balance. This is why we're working at them. You'll get a lot of balance activity. Again, after you work that one for a little bit, The other side, again, kind of get your feet in place, lean way forward, stretch out, slowly lift the back leg up, and catch your balance if you can. Got to concentrate. And hold. Good. Whew. As you can see, that one's a little bit more challenging. Next one we're going to do is a triangle pose. It's a similar thing. Feet out wide like so, about as wide as your hands are like this. Now keeping your legs straight, arms out like so, palms facing forward. What you can do is you're going to tilt down like so and reach down behind your calf all the way to the ground if you can. If you can't get down to the ground, grab the back of your calf. The key is to keep this part of your body, your head looking up towards your hand, and this part of your body open. So you don't want to be like this. You really want to concentrate on being open here and going down. So if you only go down to here, it's more important to keep this part open than it is to how far you're going down. Okay? So try and get down to the ground. As you can see, I had difficulty getting down there. And hold. And then you can do the same thing for the other side. Point the front foot forward a little bit. Same pose as the warrior as far as feet position goes. Hands out. Tilt down. And extend. Keep your body nice and open. Lock your legs out if you can. And good. Okay? You're going to work that one for a minute. Next one. Tree pose. This is a balance pose. Now, there's two different ways to do this. If you have good knee flexibility and you can pull your knee up above your knee and hold it there, that's how you're going to do. That's not me. I'm a little less flexible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foot against my calf. You don't want to put it on your knee, so either above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee, okay? So this takes concentration. It's a balance pose. Standing on one foot, kind of put the other leg right in here, and you want to open up your knee, okay? Not just like this. You want it out to the side and feel open. And then what you can do is lift your hands up overhead, catch your balance if you have to, eyes to the sky, hands fully extended, and hold. Try and hold that for a good 30 seconds if you can, or as long as you can. When it starts to feel uncomfortable, that's the range we're trying to go for. And you want to try and just talk yourself through the uncomfortable part. Concentrate, breathe, and can't stress enough how much yoga requires a concentration. Why it's so good for your mind, body, is because of the balancing, the posing. The emphasis really is on that mental connection to your body. Okay? So, next pose, again, same thing. To the side, catch your balance. Open up, hands up overhead. Look for the sky. If you have to put your foot down briefly. Try and catch. Again, and reach. And hold. Good. Alright. Next pose we're going to do, downward dog. Now here's a way to get into the downward dog. Yes, every pose for 1 minute. Alright. Now we're going to go down into a downward dog pose where your heels stay on the ground and your hands are flat on the ground. Okay? Now the goal here is to kind of arch your lower back. You don't want to be rounded out like this. Got to get your legs straight as you can if you can keep your heels on the ground. And try and look forward. Okay? Hold that one. Feel the hamstring stretch if you have to. Kind of stretch them out a little bit like this. Really get that hamstring flexibility and your lower back hip flexibility. Now what you do is you're going to go forward into a push-up pose. And I want you to lower yourself down like you're scooping and up into a cobra, holding your body up like this. Okay? Then you're going to go back into the downward dog. Kind of stretch out. Try and get your heels flat. And again, scoop down. Hold the push-up for a second. And then up into a cobra pose. Okay? So, those are it. That's it for the yoga. Alright? So, give it a good shot. Even those of you who've never done it before, get this into your regular routine. You won't regret it. We'll see you tomorrow.